Let me start with the number one thing families tell me. Coach, we don't know where to start. We feel late in the process and we don't know what we should be doing first. And that confusion creates stress, wasted money, and bad decisions. The truth is, most families don't fail at recruiting because their child isn't good enough. They fail because they start in the wrong place. That's why step one of the athletic recruiting roadmap exists. In the last video, I gave you an overview of the book, The Athletic Recruiting Roadmap, and explained how the recruiting process actually works when you follow the steps in the right order. This video is step one, self-assessment. And this step matters more than any other because it determines everything that comes next. If we haven't met, I'm Keith Mondillo, and I've spent 30 years in college athletics as a head coach and an NCAA director of athletics. And I've evaluated thousands of high school athletes and made real recruiting decisions. What I do now is help families replace confusion and clarity in the college recruiting process. And clarity always starts here. And here's the problem. Families jump straight to making a school list, emailing coaches, attending camps, before they understand where their athlete actually fits. So recruiting feels random. Emails just go unanswered, camps feel overwhelming, and parents start asking, are we doing this wrong? The issue isn't effort, the issue is skipping step one. Self-assessment is not opinion. It's not what you hope, it's not what social media shows, it's not what someone told you once. Self-assessment is an honest look at athletic ability, mental and competitive makeup, academics, and how those line up with real college rosters. College coaches do this every day. And if your self-assessment doesn't match how coaches evaluate, recruiting stalls. College coaches ask one simple question. Will this athlete's game still work when the level gets faster, stronger, or more physical? Not how good you are now, but how your game holds up when the competition jumps. Coaches compare you to players already on their roster. And if you're already undersized, slower, or less physical than most players at that level, development becomes difficult. And that doesn't mean you can't play college sports. It means the level may need to change. And this is where families need to be honest with themselves. You should study college rosters. So if you're a 5'10 shooting guard, and every shooting guard at that level 6'3 or taller, well, that's not bad luck. That's information. College coaches recruit positions, not just talent. Step one helps families adjust early instead of finding out too late. College coaches look for more than talent too. They watch how quickly athletes process the game, how they respond to mistakes, and how coachable they are. Athletes who study the game, they watch film, and they stay composed under pressure, and that separates them really quickly. Mental toughness is consistency when things are uncomfortable, and that matters at every level. This is real simple. The better students will have more options because strong academics expand your school list. They reduce admission risk, and they give coaches flexibility. I've recruited athletes I loved, but who I couldn't get admitted because academics protect opportunity. Families ask all the time, where do we start? And this is the answer. You start with self-assessment. When step one is right, your school list makes sense. Your emails are targeted, and your time and money are better spent. And that clarity replaces that chaos. And that's why I wrote the Athletic Recruiting Roadmap. It's 10 proven steps to lock in a roster spot even if you're not a 5-star recruit. The book walks families step by step through where to start, what to do next, and how to avoid costly recruiting mistakes. And if you're feeling unsure about this process, this book gives you the plan. And in the next video, we'll cover step two, researching schools and programs, where we take self-assessment and turn it into smart, realistic school lists. And remember, we are not a recruiting service. We are an educational organization that guides families through the college athletic process. Everything starts with clarity, and clarity starts with step one. Take care.